Welcome, Libra. This is your weekly reading for May 10th, and the reading is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. I'm Veronica. This is Veronica's Dreams Tarot, and we're going to get started taking a look at how the week progresses, unexpected energy, a challenge, and a piece of advice. I've been pulling a couple more cards as well. I am using the alignment deck by Veronica's Dreams. Hopefully it won't be too long before it's available. Okay, let's do this. Okay, Libra, what do you need to know? The Moon, 10 of Clarity, which in my deck, Clarity is Swords, Page of Wands, okay, Unexpected, the Wheel, Challenge, Queen of Pentacles, Advice, Hermit, and the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. So weird. Sagittarius got this too at the bottom of the deck. It's like a lot of the things are coming together this week. So Knight of Pentacles, it feels to me this absolutely could be something that's been in progress, but you've had to be patient on. It's been taking a lot of time. And it's like, what's going to happen? Now, there is a feeling here this week. You know, the feeling I'm getting when I'm looking at the cards is just there's something that really feels uncertain. And in the middle of the week, I will check, but it's either you putting an end to something or something coming to an end. That Page of Wands, though, I feel like is good at the end because it kind of takes that energy back and gets started again. So you may have a lull midweek, but I feel towards the end of the week you'll be going again. The Wheel and the Unexpected. Well, we'll get to the unexpected and the challenge. But I do feel like, yeah, there's also that Hermit in the advice, and I like that because it says you just need to keep going, right? So let's dig in a little bit on this Moon. Is there anything our Libras need to know about this Moon? Hey, you got the Moon and the Six of Clarity. Yeah, so there's something about being uncertain about where you're headed. So you've got this slow movement, and the Six of Swords is saying, is this going to really take me to where I'll be happy? You know, I want to say a better place, but you know, where you'll be happy, where things are better for you. So you're very unclear on this. So the week you're going to be contemplating this, it's going to kind of hanker around your brain a little bit because it's coming up in the reading. So, you know, this unclear energy, it also be careful with that because sometimes we could, when something's not clear, we start doing something and maybe we shouldn't right away because until things clear up or the quote unquote, I say like the sun comes out, right? The middle of the week, you have that closing the door on something. But let's find out if this is you or is this someone else. So let's take a look at this 10 of Clarity. What's going on here? Queen of Clarity with, yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're, it's like, so the queen to me is like having that energy. I know exactly what I want. I know exactly where I'm going. I know exactly how I'm going to get there. And I'm going to put blinders on until I do. But this Knight comes back to going, this is moving so slow. And we have to remember, though, when we have the energy of the Knight of Pentacles, it may feel slow, but it also is very methodical. Things start growing because it's slow moving. But I think you are done with it. The Queen is saying that your idea of this project that's happening, and it could be for some of you, this could be someone, earth sign. Um, you could be putting an end to that too. But I feel like it could be a project. I mean, take it as it resonates because we're all a little bit different, but you're going, your clear vision here is telling you, no, I'm going to end this. I'm going to put an end to this. Don't want it anymore. Do something different. I don't know, but you're very strong about that because that also could be you coming up as the queen. The Page of Wands, though, yeah, you get a new idea here. And he goes with it. You know, he just moves forward. This could be a message as well. Sometimes he does bring messages in words, so text. letters, emails, things like that. Tell me more about this Page of Wands for our Libras. The Fool and the Sun. Yeah, you're headed. Yes, this is great news because I think what it does is it makes you realize, oh, I'm just going to go in a different direction. I'm just going to take off. This is, jumping in, doing something new. The Sun, happiness, joy. This is super good energy to end the week with because I feel like once you close the door on that other shit, you're going to be feeling good. And then you have the energy to really jump into something, which leads to that Sun, that full energy, jumping in, gonna do it, gonna be happy. It feels good. I feel like the rest of the reading makes complete sense now. You have the Wheel in your I'm sorry, unexpected. Now, the Wheel could be just, I think this is what kicks you off into that Page of Wands. You realize, what am I waiting for? The Wheel, like, time's going to keep going. Time's going to move. I don't want to be left behind. I want to do this. And this energy sparks this Page of Wands. Tell me more about this Wheel, please. What's this Wheel? Chariot, yeah, I love that. The Chariot and the Magician. Yes, it's the confidence too. The Chariot is that taking off, kind of like that energy. Yes, I do want to move forward. I got to move forward. The Wheel's not going to wait for me. The Magician, having that confidence, you bring that confidence back in. So that all comes in the middle of the week, and it's going to kind of like be a little bit of a surprise. You may expect it, um, but I think that's what makes you close the door. You're like, I need to do these things, man. I need to go, 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 go. And it feels good. Your Queen of Pentacles is in your challenge. For some of you, this could be someone, right? But it also can be, stability, home. You may be worried about stability here, especially we had that full come up. The Page of Wands, he's kind of, he doesn't think before he acts. And so there could be this little worry about, am I going to be able to take care of everything that I need to? Home, bills, um, even just things in general, not necessarily monetary. Ace of Cups and Tower. Yeah. You're worried that if you take on this new opportunity, even though you love it, will it cause uh, chaos? The tower changes. What's going to happen? There's this little worry that it's almost like the Queen of Pentacles in you, stability, all of those things. You're worried that whatever you're doing here with this page is going to cause a hard time with the tower, and then you'll lose this new beginning. So I would be watching that because I don't think that would be true. I just don't get that feeling. I don't at all. I mean, I think that this overall looks good. Um, your Hermit is coming in as your piece of advice. I feel like because you have that Knight of Pentacles there, it's slow anyway. And this is just asking you to look at things. And I want to say this is really important part of the Hermit sometimes in advice is looking at things by yourself, not necessarily asking everyone's opinion or getting everyone's opinion. You can do that later. Like, use the Hermit as the energy of taking time out for yourself, figuring things out on yourself. What do you really want? Going on that search, and not like not counting on others to kind of pitch in, or not pitch in, but voice, bring up their voice, because this isn't about them, it's about you. And I do feel like it's okay to search, it's good to search, but sometimes doing it alone is really important. Get the feedback later once you make your decision. Have you ever, like, you really want to do something or you're searching for something, but you speak to somebody and they kind of change your mind? Not because you're wrong or they're right or any of that. It's just that's how they're visioning it. And sometimes when you're unsure, it's easy to kind of go with that, especially if you care about them. So just know that sometimes taking that time alone is really, really important. Let's see, what else do our Libras need to know for this week? What else? What else? King of Cups with the Seven of Clarity. Yeah, I think it's a reminder, and there's the Tower again. you know, there could be an ease this week too, as well, with the King of Cups, feeling like you're going with the flow. I feel like the Seven of Clarity could be another warning. You've got the moon here. The seven is can be deceit. It doesn't mean it is, but it's, I think, because the moon is there as well, that you should, you'll need to just keep a sharp eye. It doesn't mean anyone's deceiving you, but they could be. And it doesn't mean they're even doing it on purpose. And that's why, again, I think that hermit's important, to take that time alone, because you don't want anyone like maybe taking your ideas and not just like stealing your ideas, but taking your ideas and making you believe that that's not what you want. And a lot of times we need to brainstorm with people. Is this really what I want? Blah, blah, blah. But I think in the beginning, it's do it alone. So there you have your reading, Libra. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. Personal readings are at veronicasdreams.net, 50% off for a while. And there you have it. I hope you all have a beautiful day.